Ooh, how y'all doing? What is up? It's your boy Red Shadow. We're gonna be playing some Undertale today. And that's cool. But I did just want to show you a really quick video that I think is really important. I actually purchased a pair myself of these. I picked these up. It's called Google Glass. Okay, these are the coolest new thing. The features on them are amazing. I mean, mine are so worn. You can see all of it just completely scratched up and stuff. And you know, he is done. Listen to this. But I'm only 15. You can hear my voice that I am feeling pretty hoarse. And I don't mean nay, nay, whinny, whinny, okay? But cheers, guys, by the way. Anyway, we're gonna play a very important PSA, essentially. This is really important. Do not laugh while this is playing. This is not funny. So if you laugh at this, you're getting banned. So hope you enjoy that. But here we go. So we're gonna play this. Good morning.
Let's get started.
Let's get started, guys. This is what happened. This one. What do you guys think? I'm thinking blue.
What's the forecast today? Yeah, not bad.
Oh, hey.
As always.
So keep in mind, it's 10:30 a.m. for her now. So here's all the cool things can happen with your Google Glass. You can walk down the stairs. Bing, bing, bing. Listen to music. So nice.
Google Margaret Atwood.
Margaret Atwood. So Margaret Atwood, she's a poet, and she didn't even know it.
Okay, cool.
It's amazing. Wow.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Okay, no problem. That was me. Check this out. Still up for coffee? She's ready.
Sure. I can be there in 20 minutes.
Look how easy life is with Google Glass. Hi.
How are you doing? Great. How are you?
Hi, I'm the ugliest chick in the world.
I got the job.
Oh,
Amazing.
I'm overacting.
Oh, you're so cute.
Uh-oh. Here she goes up the stairs. Right, I'm coming up the stairs.
Turn off the music. Mark.
Hey, Mark. This is my buddy Mark. He's an amazing guy. Hey, Mark. What's wrong, Mark?
You're home early.
He looks pissed. Yeah, right.
And you're not.
Think about it, guys. That's hashtag Women's Day, hashtag Through Glass. Beautiful. Unbelievable, guys. Can we watch it again? Press 1 in the chat right now if you want me to put that on again. Okay? Oh, I'm seeing a lot of ones. Nah, we should probably get started with the game, huh? Anyway, how we doing, guys? How you feeling? I'm standing up right now. I'm on my feet. What that was just sort of like, that was my first sponsors, Google Glass, and I just wanted to acknowledge them. Because they're such a cool device, and I think not enough people know about them. Hello, can you start Undertale? The heck? But those glasses, that Google Glass commercial, that came out 10 years ago. So basically, right around when this came out, because it's 2015. I just wanted to give you a little time capsule of culturally what the zeitgeist was during that time. That's kind of what was going on. And it's still pretty much going on now, but to a different degree. So just to address what happened last time, basically, we're trying to pay for Temi College, if you're just joining us. Hey, cheers, guys. We're trying to pay for Temi College. And to do that, we need 1,000 gold. Right now, at this exact moment, we have 834. I was doing some thinking. I was thinking, hold on, wait a minute. Come on, RC. Come on, RC. You could do this. And I was like, wait a minute, hold on. We got all this food in our inventory. What if we sold all of it? Would that equal 1,000? I did the math. I looked through the footage, and we got like 25G here. Each cinnamon bun is 8. The ice cream is like 2 or 3. I mean, nothing. And then the CT's like 5, and we just bought it anyway. So even if we sold all of that and the snowman piece, which I believe is a decent chunk. I think it's like 40. We wouldn't have enough. For whatever reason, reasons I do not understand or know, we're not getting encounters anymore in this area. I don't know how he meaning Toby Fox, did it. Because the easiest way to get money would just be to kill enemies. But I've now understood that the point of the game is not to kill enemies, essentially. I mean, not the point of the game, but, you know, it's now dawned on all of us. And I kind of figured, just based on some of the imagery I was seeing, or however you want to say that, but we can walk this whole area just to test it once again. But I've done this for like at least over 10 minutes now. Just going back and forth. By the way, apologies for my voice. I'm like, it's completely shot. I guess I'm using it the wrong way, or using it too much, or eating something differently, or I don't know. What are you guys eating recently? I want to hear from you. Eating is so tough. I don't know how to do it right. But anyway, look, man, there's just something about the first time that you can't fake. You know, like every subsequent try of this is going to be less and less genuine, because you never get the same as the first time. But yeah, look, we walked this whole span. So I don't have access to my upper register right now. You know, the tone of my voice is taking on this very nice, soothing quality, this tonality, but it's at the cost of my range being completely debilitated. ASMR. So look, folks, I'm upset because of that, because it means that the range of my emotions are also restricted. So if I want to be happy, I'm getting cut off. And it, you know, my laugh has changed because of it, you know, and stuff. And it's completely irrational, but one wonders, you know, one wonders. But anyway, yeah, we walked that whole span, if it ever goes back. We walked that whole span and got no encounters. And to me, that means there's only really 3 options, okay? He's obviously set that up because it shouldn't take more than 10 minutes to get an encounter. You know, if it's truly random, if it's like there's an algorithm or some sort of intelligent mathematical fixture that can never copy true randomness, but approximate it. And it's just true that, so I'm doing this. I think it's supposed to be like a pressure point, that like makes your head hurt less. I don't know if that's true or not, but but basically, I'm pretty convinced, essentially, that it's not happening for us in that room. We could try to go back, you know what I mean? When was the last time we had random encounters? We'll just do that for fun. We'll see if anything's changed. But I said something really silly that I've just realized one of the last times we played. I gotta listen to this again to cheer me up. See, that's how you know I'm in some kind of mood, because even that didn't make me laugh. And that was my favorite joke. But the reason he did the thing with the bird is you come down the waterfall from the part with Undyne right over here. And you wouldn't be able to get back to where you were. But I'm saying, look, we're pretty much figuring out that this Toby guy's basically like one of the greats. I mean, he's proven himself in so many different ways. He's proven himself in, I don't want to say storytelling yet, because we don't know what the end of the story is, and the end of the story is the most important, in my opinion. Because anyone can write a good beginning, and many people can write a good middle, but very few people can write a good ending. Endings are really tough to do. I'm not great at it myself. I usually just cop out and write ambiguous endings, you know? Essentially asking the viewer or the reader or the consumer to decide what's going to happen at the end. There's that movie District 9. Great film, underrated if you haven't watched it. I'd like to watch that with you guys if you want to. Let me know. I'd like to watch movies with you guys. I want to watch movies. I want to read books. I want to play music with you guys. I want to do everything that I like with you guys. So if you dig that, that sounds cool. Let me know. Anyway, that has an ambiguous ending, District 9, and I won't spoil it. But, everything here has been shooting on all cylinders. I mean, I'm still hovering around an 8.7. Not that numbers matter, but out of 10, and I mean that with such sincerity and love and grace and goodwill in my heart. I'm saying that with my truest, nicest, sweetest way I could say it. What's holding it back, you ask? Well, not gonna get into it too much, because I think I've just basically decided that, I'm gonna give you snippets along the way of my thoughts while I'm playing, but in terms of the full review or whatever you want to call it, the actual final say, that's not going to come until the end, because how could I possibly speak to something that I haven't walked all the way through? At least once, I know this game is going to take multiple tries to get completely caught up on everything, and I'm only pausing here because I think we're about to get into a boss battle, to explain my reasoning, because there's only two options, and this is when I wish I had you guys here with me. And if you made it to this part of the video and you're liking what you're seeing, me walking through this game completely blind, and don't worry, we're going to get to a lot more stuff too. Just think about sticking around, because if I were here with you guys live right now recording this, I'd be able to ask. I'm about to have to make a decision all by myself, and ultimately I will make every decision by myself, but it'd be nice to at least see what you guys think. The problem with having you around is you guys will be trying to spoil everything that I do, so I'm gonna have to intentionally not look at certain things, which is hard. It's a lot harder to not do something like that rather than just have it not be an option for you, if you know what I mean. Anyway, this Toby guy's an absolute genius. And I think he's figured it out. I think he figured out some way of creating an algorithm, or however you want to say it. I'm not a coder. I'm not so big totally into the nuts and bolts of computers. I do not know. But I think he figured out a way of basically making it so that we can't get encounters anymore. And I think that there's probably 3 options that come to my mind as to the most likely 3 things. I think possibilities. I think 1, the point of the game, basically, not the point, however you want to say that, one of the theses is about love. I mean, that's why you have a heart and you have it's not a level, it's a love score. It's a 10 right now. Maybe when, and so you're not supposed to be grinding kills. Not supposed to, but you know what I mean. You're not obliged, as you are in other RPGs, to gain experience. The Steam description when you buy it, it says it's the game where you don't have to kill anyone. I've said that before, but I'll say it again. So you can play it that way. It has elements of that in it, but ultimately, you don't have to. And so as a result, the first, possibilities, I think he might have made it so that once you reach a certain love score, a level, you're cut off from getting any encounters in an area. I could see that being true. I think number 2, it might be that because we're in this section specifically with the Temi village and the buying of the college, that it could be something about the amount of gold that we have. Like, he knows how much gold you get from these random encounters. It's like, at this point, it's like 50 on average. That's how it seems. So we would basically need 3 more encounters, and we would basically have enough. I mean, less, because we have a bunch of things to sell in our inventory. Like, my total net worth in this game is also tied to, the food in my bag, in my inventory. Sorry, guys, I'm rubbing my legs. I hope you guys... See, today I was in the gym. I did legs and chest. And if you've never moved your body in that way before and you're wondering, yo, RC, how do you even know what to do? I'm like, I want to be physical. I want to go to the gym. I want to, get fit. I want to stay fit. I'm like, please, dude, make yourself feel as good as you can and be strong. I don't have any advice for you. I don't think about any of the things that I have to do in the gym. The best friend, the best person I've ever met in my entire life decides what I do every day. I don't have to think about it. And they very often help me decide what to eat. I just ate a little bit ago. And it was ultimately a suggestion from them that I'm eating what I'm eating. So it's like, how fit I've become and how strong I am and how I know what to do is because of them. They're the best friend in the world, and that's what this game is about. It's about love, and I love them so profoundly. Surprised my love stat is only level 10. I think the third possibility, and this one's the most disheartening, and part of why I am not giving this game higher score, even though, just to let you know, 8.7 is my arbitrary. Gosh, it's so nice. My cat is, for once, it's National Cat Day, by the way, so if you have a cat, please send me a picture of them, or find some way of getting me a picture of them, or something like that. I love cats, obviously. You guys have seen Lou Seal Cat Fur, my cat. That's her full name. Lucille, which can be shortened to Lou. Cat, which is the initial C. And her last name, which is Fur. So, it's Lou Lucifer. Right? Lucifer. You understand what I'm talking about? Do you get me now? Do you understand who you're dealing with? Anyway. Finally, the third option. This is the most disheartening and why the score is what it is, even though 8.7 is, to me, like, goated. Like, if you can make it to 8.7, that's basically, like, anything below that, even, like, half, like, even 8.69, I'm not gonna call you best game ever. It doesn't go in the vault. You know what I mean? It doesn't go in the vault. But I think the third option is we can get encounters, technically, but the exponential increasing difficulty of the walk around is going to make it greater than like 10 minutes. Who knows how long? It could be 15, 20, 30. And it will come. But you have to wait that long because the encounters were getting longer and longer. We got one like pretty instantly, and then it was like another little bit after that, and then another. This last one is like feeling. Like I feel like that's true. And we have the footage to prove it. So anyway, given those three options, because of all my babbling, which is, I think, justified given the fact that last time we lost each other prematurely because the battery on my phone died before I could finish what I was doing. So I'm basically just playing catch up with myself because I kind of lost track of what I was doing, to be completely honest with you. So I'm just getting myself back into the mental state that I need to be to tackle this properly. Because keep in mind, this is the first time I've ever played this, ever laid eyes on any of this. I think I'm doing an okay job so far. I've made a couple mistakes, of course. The stick selling was the non-stick selling is the biggest one, because we wouldn't be in this predicament if I just walked a little bit to the right here. I mean, I was right here, dude. I did realize another thing in my meditations on this game. How well can you see the keyboard? I am not messing with any of the settings on the screen, but I'm pretty sure you can see my fingers here. I don't know if you can, but you can at least see the top of my right hand, okay? So the way that I've been playing is double finger, right here on X and Z to say yes and no, and then the movement keys. A little callback there. Snap if you agree. Anyway, if I had just gone a little to the right, just a little bit, they call it the Hidden Temmie Village here, dude. Let's look at this sign real quick. This is Blook Acres North. No idea how to do the snail thing. No idea. Another 8.7 contention point. Some people will be like, no, it's funny. It's just funny. Maybe I'm crazy here, but when I think that something might be being locked away from me, because it's the kind of game that would do that. Locked away from me in a way that I can't access. Because some random combination of things that I didn't think about in the exact right moment when I was exactly supposed to is a callback, a hearkening to old school gaming philosophy, for lack of a better term. You have your Castlevania 2s, okay? Which I don't think I'll ever beat. Because it's like, duck your head under a piece of rock and press the A button 3 times while holding right. And you get to the next area. I'm just so worried that there's just something I can't do with the snails, and that it's not a joke. We also can't get in that other house. That one is less bothersome to me because I reckon it must be the cousin's house, right? Or I don't know. Why did he kill his cousin? Nap, stab, look. He saved us. But yeah, it says question mark, Heartland is to the east. So that's obviously the next area, the actual like area that we're going to. You know, past the point where we were before. Where Undyne dragged our little buddy back somewhere. We don't know. And then we have the Temi village. Question mark. So I'm like, okay, here we go, you know. And maybe this is it. Maybe it's like, yo, RC, dude, he got you. Just like you, it's sour grapes. I mean, that's basically what I'm doing, right? Because I come to this area, I'm like, okay, well, this is like my nightmare. I mean, this is my nightmare. And this is when I found the dog thing in my inventory. Let's hey, Toriel, what's going on? All right. I'm so focused on this right now, man. It's the stick dilemma. And I'm going to get another chance because I'm going to be able to do this again. But if I just walked, I mean, it's bros, buddies, guys, it's right here. I mean, it's basically right here. So he got me, okay? Whatever. You got me. Said that in another video, but well, I try not to say the same thing twice ever. Except if it's like, it's your boy RC. Red Shadow. Coming at you live. Which I've never said before. But anyway. So I just figured, oh, it's this one of these cryptic, crazy games. It's like Castlevania 2 style. He's doing a Nintendo Entertainment System Famicom classic. He's hiding an obscure little chestnut in the forest somewhere out here. Look, somewhere here. Oh, maybe it's under that tree. And you have to be cunning. You have to figure it out. You only have the game to figure it out. What are you gonna do? You know, you're a kid. You have hours and hours and hours and hours to kill. You don't have a job. You have to do anything. I'm gonna sneeze. What do you guys think about when somebody says, hold on? If you sneeze, somebody's talking about you. How superstitious are you? How superstitious are you? Let me know. Here it comes again. All right. So here's the deal. All right, here's the deal. So all I had to do was walk right, but I thought, oh, it's going to be this big, complicated thing. And part of me wants to go back. I mean, maybe if I was alone, completely alone doing this, I would. I would go back. I would go right back. I don't know if that what's qualified as Hotland, but considering those flowers are still there, it seems like the same biome. It doesn't seem like it. I don't think we're out of the waterfall yet. We're still in the waterfall. But I want to just go back, and with one hand, I'll just show you. Here's what I want to do. This is my deepest desire. I'll do one loop just to show you what I want to do. And to prove to you that once and for all, this is it. Toby, if you're listening, this is the time right now where you're going to show me whether or not you put enemies in this section right now, or maybe I just can't. So what I was trying to say was, in this section specifically, which is lit by these things, it's this stupid little puzzle for babies. Part of my problem with this game is it's too accessible. I'm saying that now. It's going to bite me in the you-know-what later, I promise. You know, when I can't figure something out. Because on the one hand, I've been ranting about all this cryptic stuff that I'm worried is in the game. So far, it hasn't been. But we may have just started. This could be a 60-hour game. I don't know. But anyway, here's what I want to do. I've been using this configuration. Fingers on the pad here, saving these two for this hand. All right, and that's the way I'm going to keep it, because that's what makes me feel comfortable. But technically, if I ever wanted to, I could play with one hand. It's like you're in this section, you're like, oh no, I have to have both hands on the keypad at all times. It's like so tiring. But no, you can use enter and shift. There's an enter key and a shift on every keyboard that's ever been made. It's right here. So yeah, I could totally, with one hand, play this game with one hand. And what I mean by too accessible is we have a lot of puzzles that are, I mean, that's not a puzzle. This room is a waste of time. It could just be a straight line. It would be as difficult to navigate. Or see, you're saying that now. Or see, I guess the way to describe the mood I'm in is critical. You could also just call it angry. RC, dude, excuse me? That's you talking to me. I'd be like, what? What, nerd? What is it, nerd? Because I'm a bully. And you go, RC? I'm like, why are you Southern now? You weren't Southern before. You're right. Well, it's just that, well, I pee's running down your leg. I'm like, yeah? Well, you did get stuck in that room. Bruh. Keep. Hey. It's like my mama never said, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Guys. Okay. It just frustrates me because it's like, why aren't the encounters coming? And I think it's just another moment where it's like, all right, you got me, Toby. You win. So, here's the choice. This is where I would talk to you guys and ask you what you want, but I can't. I can't. And you know, I could stop it and make it the cliffhanger. What do we do? Nothing. I'm not gonna stop it now. I don't care. I cannot see right now how long the recording has been, but I know it's over 30 minutes. Just in my heart. I'll pan it a little to the right. I'll just prove it right now. See how right I was? 34 minutes, 39 seconds. That's my internal clock. Goes the beat of my heart. I released a 54-minute episode. Do you think I'm scared to release something even longer than that? Buddy? Get your head straight, buddy. Just role playing. I'm playing a monster. The point, I keep saying the point when I don't mean to, but you know what I mean when I say the point. Okay? The point of this game is to look at this and go, oh my God. Oh, it's yeah, right? It's crazy. Oh, goofy, funny, silly game. It's a goofy, funny. I keep hitting escape to go back. I don't know how long I don't know how wait, what's going on now? Seriously, wait, whoa. This is, oh, here we go. Oh, I've done it now. The game crashed. I'm getting up. It's true. Okay. If that was planned, if it somehow, no way. There's no way. So what's up with my computer then, guys? Because that, I mean, it's Undertale, right? It cannot be that difficult to run. Oh, doo-doo-doo. What's that? I'm helpless. I'm like a little sheep. Oh, I wish I could show you my little cat right now. Hi, sweetie. How you doing? Oh. Hi, sweetie. What's up with you? Is the fan too high for you? Okay, well, what do you think then? Do you want to just leave it on or put it, or should I turn it off now? What do you want? Yo, Liz. Don't lick yourself when I'm talking to you. Kind of gross. Can I ask you a question? Is the fan too high for you right now? Hey, if it's too high for you, meow. If it's not, say nothing. Don't purr at me. This cat causes all kinds of guff in my life, and then she goes and warms my heart. Well, guys, so here's what happened there. I'm gonna move my mouse. I have it set to automatically turn off. This is not content. I understand that, but this is the kind of guy you're watching, okay? So you clicked on you clicked on the video. Nobody made you. Nobody forced you. Maybe it came in your auto. Your auto recommend. I don't watch that much YouTube, I wouldn't know. But here's the deal now, guys. Since Undertale crashed live as I'm recording it right now, I'm now not gonna, have any good manners. I was this close. I'm this close. I'm not kidding. I ran up some stairs today. I was like trying to fight somebody. Seriously, I'm not kidding. And then it crashes on me. And let me tell you something. For all you haters who are like, I'm just kidding, of course, but to all you haters, let's get it started again, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I had to take 1 second just to decompress. Just to decompress. That's pretty amazing that it crashed. If anybody knows what is up, please let me know. I'm also confused. What's that, Luce? You know what's up? I had no idea you had... Lucy, you have mechanical engineering knowledge? She won't say. That's my cat, Lucy, for... Hope that's not too abrupt to anybody who didn't check out Pokemon. If you want to see more of her, she is featured heavily. Right now, if she came onto this desk, there's not that much space for her, okay? So she totally could, but it could be a catastrophe. It could be a catastrophe. All right, guys, so Did it crash for real? What is going on? Is this real life? Anyway, we didn't do anything. We just sat around talking. And so, if any hater ever says to me ever again, and that was the first time it ever happened, what's going on? Am I crazy? If you guys are real, nothing online you see is real. Nothing. Never believe anything you see. Even me. You might be starting to have feelings for me. Yuck. Ugh. Nothing you see online is real. You know that, right? Anyway. Check this out. I'm basically now saying, I asked for a sign from Toby. I said, look, man, show me now. I'm standing up in my chair. I said, look, show me now. Show me right now if it's, that was a burp, but that could have very easily turned into a vomit. So I asked for a sign, and I was given one. That's a sign. Because I was just about to say something about the duck, which I already apologized to the duck before. I now have a second apology to make to the duck, which is that I thought your use is so obvious and cool. And I was so just jumping the gun when I said that you basically serve no purpose because I didn't understand the waterfall thing, because we went down, because we were being chased by Undyne. And I forgot about that because the ghost puppet thing was so crazy that I kind of lost track of like what had happened before in this section, which is why I was so surprised to see you and why I think you're so cool. And honestly, little duck, which I think probably the final apology will definitely be about, the fact that I keep calling you little duck and you're not. You're not at all. You're not a little duck. But anyway, I was gonna walk over here. That's what I was doing before the game crashed. I mean, the fact that we didn't lose any progress. What do you want me to say? No, that's nothing. That's just it never did it once. We had this game on and whatever, and anyway. That's real. That's real. Just picked my toenail off with my fingers. This is what it sounds like. Sorry I didn't do it in front of the camera. That's what it looks like. Put it right next to the duck for scale. Is ready to hear a fart? Check this out. Oh, that one was like from the underbelly. But anyway, I could have gone this way, and I'm not going to, because my two options were like, hey, look, if it's not going to appear in that section, maybe another. But that was a sign. And here's the sign. The sign is we got to move on. Like, the snails is another perfect example. And even just being around Napstab, look. And maybe Toby thought of this too. Maybe that makes him the ultimate developer and I'm being too harsh with my score. But I think he might know his audience so well that he knows that we're coming to this snail section. We're like, dude, there's gotta be a way to beat the snail section. I keep thinking about it. I'm like, what's the deal? Is it the astronaut food? Is it a cinnamon bun? Definitely not, but maybe. You never know. Is it an ice cream? Is it a sweet tea? I guess I'm like thinking, oh well, it's an indie game. There's gonna be nothing to it. That's why this is exceptional. Because I'm sitting here going, and I said indie, you know what I mean? Indie, geek, chic, random, fun. You know, just like an independent game, just an independent game. And it's not, you know, nothing to it. It's whatever, but it's not at all. It's got so much girth behind it. Is there music in this section? Did it freeze again? No, it's just completely silent. I kind of like that. Just me and you, and the snails. There's Napstab, look. How about the three of us? Me, Napstab, look, and you. And the snail. Just to close my thoughts here. It's like, hey, you think I don't want to press? I mean, but it costs money too, and we're saving. I don't know why I got this, what is it called? The sweet tea? That's what. 52 people died because of me. The CT. I think what I'm trying to say is my general philosophy when I play games, especially by myself, is, you know, I bought the game, I paid the money for it. You don't just pirate, bro. You know, I bought the game, I paid money for it, and I want to get my money's worth. So I'm, you know, I'll sit here, screw around, pay the guy however many, you know, I'll run out of money just to see what happens, you know, because I mean, it's a game. You know, I've been to Disneyland recently. Let me know if you guys want to see a Disneyland video. I have some footage from there. And they have the Frontierland shooting gallery. You go in and you pay $0.25 and you can start firing away at some targets. This has just turned into a podcast at this point. But anyway, I wasn't thirsty. If you know that reference, I'll give you a big kiss. From The Sopranos, just to give you a hint. Well, I need another drink, so we're gonna move forward. I'm gonna actually have a piece of candy, but I'm just getting thirsty, you know what I mean? So we're gonna, I wasn't thirsty. I've got two candies left. Tell you what, when I go to, I know I have a Kit Kat in the fridge, so I'm gonna get that. I think I deserve to be as slow-paced as I want, is what I'm trying to say. But I'm very aware that you guys are your beady eyes are on me, okay? Just like this guy. See him? Watch this. Oh, I see you, okay? What an intelligent man. Watch this. Look at this. Look at that game design, guys. Can we pause for a second, for real? Look at this. The further you get, but the luminosity that comes at the very end, when he's, now I can talk to him. And I don't want to, because I don't want to activate anything here, because my almonds are already activated. But look, check this out, man. I want to sit here and just pay this guy 10 gold. I don't think we've been losing the gold, are we? Over and over and over and over and over and over and over again to make that snail go. And try different variations. Okay, we're gonna, how do you do it? How do you do it? How do you do it? Or is it just a joke? Okay, and other stuff like that. And stand there and try to get the appearances of the enemies to happen. I'm calling them encounters. We gotta move on. And I got my sign. we're not gonna get the, we might not get the 10E college thing. That's basically what we have to accept. We might be being blocked off. I think when the question is posed like this, where we say, all right, so do you go fast or do you go slow? Well, it's a balance. It's a balance between the two. A balance. Where on the one hand, we don't want to get tripped up by things that aren't actually anything. But we also want to be contextually aware of the kind of part of the game that we're in. And when we got to this part of Waterfall and it opened up like this, I still had the stick. And I saw all these goodies, all these trinkets being dangled in front of me. And a switch flipped. I just totally went crazy. I started touching everything, going crazy. But what was the game trying to tell me? Well, you fall from undying after that crazy sequence. You have to fight this ghost and do this crazy fight, and then look at where you are. Everything's fine. You've got these different areas to explore. And what did I do? I went through all of it immediately. Because there was so much to explore, to discover. That's not okay. And it's why I got rid of the stick, because I was just like, well, we don't need it now, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, read the room. Nap, stab, look. So as a result, the two choices were going to be, do we go up here, you know, and do it, or do we keep grinding and ultimately move on? You know what I mean? Get to the next part of the game, because we're otherwise stuck. Just thinking out loud, guys, here, sorry. This is what's happening in my brain. I'm essentially just letting you know what's happening in my brain. How you doing, Liz? Oh, you got such big, cute cheeks. All right, makes me want to squeeze them to death. So, we're gonna have to move on. I'm gonna take one last look at this whole area, because we're going. We're moving on. The safe haven is over. We're accepting that we are moving into the next part of the game. I'm gonna try this area one more time. It's locked. I'll talk to Nap Stab Look in here. Just check. I want to hear the spook tune one last time. Go. Get it. Get it. Yeah. Ba-ba-da-da-da. Ba-ba-da-da-da. Come on now. They don't make them like this anymore, do they, huh? Guys, we'll talk to him. We'll talk to this gentleman. We'll go. I want to do the fridge thing again, but I don't want to save it for another time. It's too special. That's why he's at an 8.7. Everyone keeps saying, oh, everyone in the comments is like saying, oh, 8.7, that's so mean. I'm like, dude, that means I like you. That mean he like you, bro. That mean he like you. And it's like this house and the dog crystal. The dog crystal, which I'm just so pissed. I didn't. Another example, read the room. There's a dog in my inventory? Oh, okay, so things can go in my inventory when I'm not expecting it. Oh, better pay attention. So what's going on here? So that's the same. Doesn't seem like anyone's home. Okay. So we're moving on. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're moving on. Okay? That's it. That's all she wrote. Bing, 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 bing. Remember? Bing, 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 bing? I do. I was gonna be like, yeah, watch the movement. Aye. Come on. How do you guys do your how do you D-pad? How do you guys do your keyboard? Because I do middle for this here, and then these two are these two. So I do up and down with the middle, and then these two bam bam. Okay, that's my truth, and I'm gonna stick to it. All right. So love you guys. Hope you're doing so good, guys. What's your love level? Let me know. That's my love level. Let me know in the comments. It's like, who wants to listen to this vicious, vitriolic RC guy? He's being so... He started the episode by playing a Google Glass commercial where they went overboard and accidentally filmed a funny domestic abuse commercial. It's like, before we cross over into the great beyond, because we might be losing the Temi village now. I doubt it, but we'll see. That's all I'm worried about, guys. That's what I've been thinking about the whole time. We're pretty far away from the Temi, so I think I can say this without them hearing. I hate them so much. I'm thinking about sending them to a college. It makes me sick. But you know what makes me sicker? Seeing something and not being able to do it right now. And he knows that. And that's that NES, Nintendo Entertainment System, Nintendo stuff that I was talking about. He wants you to put the quarter in again, okay? It's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles NES game philosophy. I'm gonna play it again and 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 again until you see every little thing, right? It's almost like if you could put it into words and you decided that you wanted to make it a criticism, you could say, there's too much to do. And that, I'm not gonna lie to you, that pisses me off. So did we read these? I think we didn't. Passing conversation. I'm trying to get that volume perfect. Yeah, we read that, but I think we're... Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Toby, I take it all back. You're a genius again. Cheers to Toby, guys. Raise your Mario... Raise your... If... I'm not even joking. Raise your Tuxedo Mario amiibo to Toby. You guys like Mario Odyssey? What do you think of that game? Let me know. I think I figured it out. This guy's a genius. Look at my whole attitude change. I think Okay, hold on. Guys, I think... I hate to do this because it just... I don't know what it must come off like, but I'm pretty sure that those flowers, which are repeating a similar, I don't know if it's the exact same kind of conversation as we heard previous in the waterfall, are now being used to diegetically, and I'm not kidding this time, telling that version of the story, where these echo flowers, or whatever they're called, excuse me for not remembering in this moment, are picking up the conversation that happened between Undyne and that little creature, which I don't know if it ever introduced itself, but that demon with the yellow skin and the tail that keeps falling over. I think it's their conversation. I think we have just been now given insight. Maybe I'm crazy, but I think we've just been given insight into a sort of a, for lack of a better term, I guess, demonization moment. Huh. Empty could be metaphorical there. I wanted to say something before we walk. One last thing, I promise. Last thing. Please, I beg you. Because we might now see the Temi village again, and I cannot imagine going through the rest of this game and having to get to the Temi village and keeping track of it the whole time. It's too much for my little heart to handle. So as we cross this bridge, because we never know when we're going to get cut off from the rest of the game. It's done it to us before. Remember the ruins? They're gone. Check it out. This bridge. We'll cross it. That'll be the metaphorical bridge we're going to cross to move on with this mopey stuff, all right? Because we've reached an hour now, so I don't even know how long I can upload. I might have to split this up. I don't know how it works. Anyway, check this out, foos. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I want to get the gold for the college. And I'm so worried moving on, I'll be gone from it. So I'm just stalling, basically. Just sit here for a minute. Listen to the water. I guess I'm just lamenting a little bit the direction this whole thing has gone, where I'm now basically the villain of the story. Because I deep in my deepest heart, I want to be the paladin. Uther, the Lightbringer. Okay? I want to be the guardian of the holy light. And the sacred warrior, but I always trend towards just a darkness, And as we move on, and I'm going to have to kill this person who... I'm gonna have to raise the kill count to 53, because I'm gonna have to kill Undyne. I know it. I now understand. I can tell that she is basically the foil to my character. We're basically killing ourselves here, in a way. She's the chosen one, we're the chosen one. She's the top, we're the top. She has dreams, we have dreams. She's going to break out of the mountain, we've climbed down into it. The garbage at the top of the mountain, it's all coming together. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Is that what he says, Crunk? Emperor's New Groove is an example of a franchise or a medium that I probably should spend more time with, given my sense of humor. But yeah, I did just want to say another reason I was stalling is because I hate moving on in games. And if I get a chance, I'll tell you a story about how I used to play games as a kid. Maybe a little later tonight, if I continue playing, depending how late it gets. Let's see, what time is it now? It is 11:24 p.m. on 8/8/2025. So, we have our buddy here, including him. I mean, can you imagine getting in a fight with this thing? You know, I've been talking about, I mean, it looks like us. It's got the striped shirts. It's blah, 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 blah. This game says, put away your cynicism. For 1 minute, just put away your cynicism. Like, what have I been saying about this thing? I hate it. I wish it died from Undyne. Toby's asking us, would it be so bad to be nice? For 1 second? Yeah, what's up? Ugh. Uh-oh. This might get me emotional. Yeah, when I was a kid, I would never move on from games. Like in the beginning of the game, in the same way that I'm telling you that I now have that problem in a different way, I just wouldn't want to move on from the very beginning of the game. I would play a game, and I'd never get past like the first village or the village or the first like town or like the first section of the game. Like if a game has like, you know, it could be split into thirds. I'd never get past the first act, and I just replay the first act over and over and over again. And I would never beat games, like very rarely. And it's because I'm just so scared about losing what's interesting about the game. And Toby's now shifted, I think, a little bit. I think it's getting a little bit serious in this moment. I think he's finally being like, okay, let your guard down. Be sincere with me for 1 second. Let's see if I'm right. And you only now just appreciate on the model how the eye is black underneath, just from falling. But I mean, who knows what else? This is a character without much hope in its life. Kind of seems like it, right? I mean, it seems like the Under's days are numbered a little bit, just based on what has been the feeling of this so far. I'm getting something to drink. I'll be right back. Need some water. Drink some water. Guys, I can't do this right now. I'm serious. I'm not even joking. Like, I'm just gonna end it right here. See you later.